set.
I'm prepared. I'm prepared for this show. Oh, hey, we're on.
You got your coffee. Yeah, you're all set.
I guess I'm not that prepared. Hey, everybody, it's Dave and Johnny live.
For November 2019.
Hey, it's November 1st, 2019. Welcome to November, everybody.
For those that survived the weather right now.
Yeah, November is not my favorite month. Like, if you live in Canada, where we live, November is when it starts to get dark and cold, and it's the beginning of the end of the fun for the year. You know, it's like, the rest of the year until about April or May, it's going to be pretty ugly out there. It's going to be cold. It's going to be rainy. It's going to be snowy eventually. Minus 40 Celsius. Welcome. Yeah, I don't like November. I don't like it. It's like the beginning. It's like I want it to be over. Get me to December. At least then there's like snow and some nice lights outside because of Christmas and all that, you know? November's terrible. Halloween's over. There's really nothing good in November.
Well, you say minus 40, but it's not that cold in November. Maybe minus
Yeah, it's not that
10.
cold, but it's the beginning of like where it gets cold, you know? I guess Americans, you know, they have Thanksgiving in November. That's where we screw up as Canadians. We have Thanksgiving in October.
We already had it, yeah.
We should have it in November just to give us something to look forward to, you know?
Black Friday. You have that to look forward to.
Oh, yeah, I do like Black Friday. Online shopping, that's fun. You're right.
Amiibos, yeah.
Sneaker deals.
Sneaker deals, too. Okay. Fantastic.
We'll do a little. There we go. I'm not hearing you as loud as I want to hear you.
How's that? Is it good?
Oh, yeah, you're much better now.
Okay.
I had to do a little mic adjustment here mid-show for Johnny North. Okay, we're doing a show here. We got things to talk about WWE-wise, right? We got some WWE things to get to. There's a lot of news. We got some comments on the YouTube that we will get to as well.
It's not windy here, but...
Let's see if we can... Yeah, let's try that out. Here we go. He's got some comments. Is it windy in the studio from Lorne Cronish? It is not windy in the studio, but right outside, like, we can hear the winds. It's supposed to be like 100-kilometer-hour winds, which is pretty fast. That's some fast wind.
It hurts. Get those leaves in the face. It's rough. I mean, it's true.
It is rough. Like, it's really rough outside. It's very cold. It's windy. It sucks. It's no good.
So how was Halloween yesterday?
Halloween. You want to get to Halloween? I thought we were going to do WWE stuff. No?
We can do that, but I want to know about Halloween because it was yesterday.
Okay, well, we can talk about Halloween, but just know that, stay tuned. We got some stuff here on the docket. We got some WWE news, some breaking news from the WWE. Crown Jewel affecting SmackDown, and a lot of talent stuck in Saudi Arabia. We'll get to the comments from the WWE. They just released an official statement moments ago. But Johnny North wants to know what happened last night for Halloween, so I guess we'll start with that.
Because they canceled it, Montreal, yesterday.
Montreal canceled Halloween. Well, they postponed it, right? They said Halloween was tonight. But tonight, like, who wants to go out tonight? It's worse tonight than it was last night. It's very windy. It's terrible. Last night it was just rainy and wet, which, wasn't great. But it's not like the weather will be better tonight. I don't really understand the rationale there, but yeah, they postponed Halloween, but I said, no, Halloween's on October 31st, so I took my son for his first ever trick-or-treating. He's 2.
Wow.
Went out this year. He was Shaun the Sheep. He looked awesome, and we went to like 5 houses, and that was it. He got some candy, filled his little WWE bucket, and went back, and then we went home.
So when did you start?
I don't know, like 6:30.
Okay, that's pretty early, actually.
Yeah, 6:30, 7 o'clock, and then, went for like maybe 15 minutes. Got very wet,
I bet.
And, he trick-or-treated because Halloween is on October 31st.
Right.
Last I checked, right?
I get it, but, people worry about safety, and people don't want people to get sick. It's also a school night for some people. I know for Zev, he's too young still. But...
Halloween is usually on a school night, like... Most nights are school nights. That's Halloween, man. Like, that's how Halloween works, no?
Yeah. But that's it. That's why some people start early, no?
When I was growing up, we never postponed Halloween. You ever postpone Halloween when you were growing up?
No.
You ever hear something like that? It's ridiculous. If you want to hear me talk more about this, you can go listen to my other podcast, Irreparable Damage. Go to www.irreparabledamageshow.com, and the latest episode here that we released yesterday on Halloween, I went pretty hard on the postponement of Halloween, also on some weed laws changing and political corruption, and all sorts of fun stuff like that. Go to irreparabledamageshow.com.
Oh, so you've already ranted. Okay.
Oh, I went hard. You should hear Irreparable Damage. I went hard on the show yesterday with my main man, Joey.
You're a very angry person, so I'm not surprised. You seemed angry when you just tweeted me back about how, like, don't listen to the government. So
I wasn't angry. I was just, giving you my take.
I don't know. I felt you were angry, but okay.
People liked it. People were into it.
Yeah.
People agree with me.
Some people did.
I think a lot of people did. Fred, he's taking his kid out tonight.
Okay.
But it's like, man, it's super windy. She's gonna get knocked over.
So we didn't agree with you then.
Well, no, Fred. He didn't want to go out last night in the rain, and I think in his area, people mostly agreed, like, okay, we're just not gonna do it tonight. So if he had done it, I think there wouldn't have been anything to trick or treat. There's no candy. Candy is tonight for some neighborhoods, which is weird because it's super windy.
Yeah,
but he had no choice.
I would think maybe wait till tomorrow, but oh well.
Oh well. Speaking of Fred, you can go to www.ringsidereport.net right now and watch the latest episode of Ringside Report. How about that?
I did. It was fun. It was a good episode.
You watched the latest episode? We did it on Wednesday night because, of course, Halloween was Thursdays when we usually do the show.
But that was cool. You guys had costumes and everything, so that was good. I liked it. It was enjoyable.
The latest episode is actually not up on the website yet. Whoops.
But it is on YouTube at ringsidereport.net.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's on the YouTube channel, which you can access through the website. I think that's my bad. Whoops.
It's still available online, though.
Latest episode will be up very shortly on the website, but you can get it on the YouTube channel. It's up there right now.
And it'll be on tonight on TSN 690, too.
That's right. We're everywhere. Big Johnny, can we get to business here?
The WWE news? Sure. I guess.
We'll talk about your match, too, John. Don't worry. You had a match.
You were there.
Which is also on YouTube. Yeah, I was there.
Yeah. So I love to get your thoughts on it because, like, you got the third-person view, so.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to it, but I want to get to the WWE news first as they are stuck in Saudi Arabia. And it says here, Smackdown. Whoops. Wait a second. Whoops. Where are we?
We disappeared and came back. Kind of crashed almost.
I think we crashed there. Are we back? Are we still here? Are we good?
Did you lose it?
No, we're good. Are we? Hold on. Let me get it back. Where are we here? Here we go.
Okay. There he is.
SmackDown set for surprises with WWE roster delayed. Returning from Saudi Arabia. So they're stuck in Saudi Arabia.
The whole, roster.
WWE roster delayed following historic performance at Crown Jewel, which is hilarious that they put it that way. More than 175 superstars. 175 superstars. Production crew and employees boarded a 747 charter flight back to the U.S. on Thursday after the door closed due to several aircraft problems, including mechanical issues, which is strange. All passengers sat on the tarmac for more than 6 hours. With SmackDown set to emanate live from Buffalo, New York, tonight, by the way, several superstars felt so strongly that they arranged for their own separate charter in order to make it back to the U.S. for the show.
Wow, that's crazy that you could pull that off in Saudi Arabia.
Who did that? Stop everything. Who did that? I call BS on that. What does that mean? Several superstars felt so strongly that they arranged for their own separate charter just to make it back to SmackDown?
That's dedication right there.
Apparently, Vince McMahon is back in the U.S. Like, Vince is gone.
Well, because he has his own jet, doesn't he?
Yeah, so maybe he took some people with him.
I think he probably took Roman.
And maybe Bray because he just won the title and you kind of need him on SmackDown tonight, right?
He is advertised for SmackDown tonight, so yes, for The Miz.
And that's a big deal that Bray's the Universal Champion now.
Shocking. A lot of shocking moments.
He
yesterday.
won the title with Crown Jewel, so now he's the Universal Champion, but he's technically on SmackDown, so Raw doesn't have a world champion because Brock retained his title, and he's still on SmackDown as well.
Yeah, but a lot can happen. Survivor Series. I mean, it's still Raw versus SmackDown, right? In some capacities, so things can be fixed by the next pay-per-view.
I don't know what they're going to do.
Trades can happen too. A lot can happen.
I guess. But, SmackDown's very interesting. You kind of need Bray Wyatt on the show tonight. I wonder if he's stuck in Saudi Arabia. We don't know who's stuck and who's not. So you have to tune into SmackDown tonight and find out. So the WWE continues. The remainder of WWE Superstar staff and crew will depart on a charter set to depart. A lot of depart. Saudi Arabia later tonight. And it's like a 14-hour flight, so they're not making it back in time for anything. The remainder of WWE Superstars, as always with WWE, the show must go on, live at feature superstars such as Daniel Bryan, The Miz, Carmella, Nikki Cross, Dana Brooke. They're advertising Dana Brooke. That's how few people they have. They're like, hey, Dana Brooke's going to be there.
Well, Nikki Cross became number one contender, right? She won the six-pack challenge last week, so she's facing Bayley this week, no?
Plus additional surprises.
Well, they're going to need a lot of surprises tonight, a lot of salad dressing.
So some people that maybe were on Raw or are on Raw that didn't make the trip for Saudi Arabia.
NXT, maybe?
I'm looking at you, Street Profits.
That's true. They weren't in that tag team turmoil match. Wow.
No. What else could they do? Like Daniel Bryan, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens on Raw, though.
Well, use what you got. That's it.
Maybe
Bring back Shane. Come on. Shane O'Mac. Make his return.
Just have Shane and Kevin Owens wrestle each other for like 45 minutes.
I like the idea of Daniel Bryan against Sami Zayn for an hour. That's fine. I don't know about Kevin and Shane so much.
That's a pretty good idea, right? Daniel Bryan and Sami Zayn just wrestle each other for an hour. They're both on SmackDown. Sami doesn't wrestle anymore for some reason.
I don't
have
think
them wrestle each other.
This isn't going to be that big of an issue. They have enough stars to get through a 2-hour show.
Yeah, it's not a very long show, but, I mean, a lot of the people that are usually there will probably not be there.
Oh, is it going to be a good show? Probably not, but oh well.
Are any of them good shows?
I thought Raw was okay this week.
You did?
I didn't mind it. It was fine. I liked the divorce court.
You did?
I thought Seth Rollins, that backyard wrestling match was good. It was fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think Raw was that good.
AJ was always good.
It's not a great show. I don't care about anything happening on Raw.
Okay, well, it's too bad.
I don't like it. Like Seth Rollins. Who did he wrestle? Oh, Eric Rowan. Like, whatever. What's the point?
But it was a Falls Count Anywhere match, so it's going to build him for this match.
Yeah, but what's the point?
To show that
he's going to win. It's just a build-up match. It's kind of like, whatever. What am I watching this for?
For the destruction, for the carnage. And it was good carnage.
I've seen better.
I've seen worse.
Was it better than Omega Janela?
No, but it wasn't bad.
That red light at Crown Jewel really ruins the matches.
But that's his thing, though.
But I don't like it. You can't see what's going on.
That's his thing. That
makes it feel like it's not even a wrestling match.
Well, it's the Fiend, like his whole thing. It's
I don't know.
aura.
I lose interest. I didn't like that match at all.
I'm not surprised. You just don't like Seth Rollins or Bray Wyatt at all, so I knew you wouldn't care anyways.
No, I didn't like it. No good.
I just like the surprise, like, wow. And you end the show with that, too.
It's awful. It's just awful.
I like being surprised and shocked. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised that he won.
Very.
But, man, it took a long time to get there.
And the way it all came together, I mean, we'll talk about it on Wrestling Uncensored, but the way it all came together, I thought it was very well done, actually.
What?
Like the lead up, the finish. Like he pretty much did his finish, put him through that whole like explosion, and yet he came back. It was like, wow, this guy is like unbeatable.
Yeah, he's like a monster. He's like a horror movie monster villain thing, right?
But that's great that they did that because they kind of put him down at Hell in the Cell where they had that stupid finish. So this really helped rebuild Bray Wyatt, in my opinion.
I guess. I don't know, man. Like, he's a champion.
You just don't like Bray Wyatt. I get it. It's
no,
fun.
I don't. Like, I don't find him very compelling in the ring. I find his matches,
Right.
very simple. He doesn't do very much. Doesn't do much for me. The character's just not there.
I get it, but they love it, though. So
Yeah, sure. Whatever. WWE, I don't know. I thought wrestling as a whole this week was kind of weak.
Wow. I thought Dynamite was fantastic. Like, if anything, this showed me Dynamite. I have to watch it every week because, like, wow. That's the best wrestling going on right now.
I thought there were elements of Dynamite that were really good, but then other elements that were like, whatever.
I mean, the show isn't perfect. It still needs some work, but there were some really, like, must-see elements. That final match between SCU and the Lucha Brothers.
It was very good.
Oh, fantastic. And, again, the best friends, Orange Cassidy, like, they're the most overacted in wrestling, I think. It's crazy.
Yeah, it was all right.
Again, I guess you don't like the best
no,
friends. You don't
I
like
liked
hugging,
them. I think it was good, but like the match itself against those three guys who are just like jobber guys.
Well, this was the
it was
problem.
like, all right.
This was a huge problem with AEW was the fact that it was way too predictable. You had that pretty much the whole thing: stars versus jobbers.
Yeah,
practically
that's it.
the whole night, except the main event.
Yeah,
So
that's
was
it.
That was one problem.
That's the show. It was a little bit like, I mean, Hangman and Sammy Guevara I liked, but then Hikaru Shida and Shanna, I was like,
I like seeing new talent though. I want to see like something different. It's
yeah,
fine.
but you could tell even though I wasn't that familiar with Hikaru Shida, you could tell that Shanna was there to do the job.
Well,
as soon as they came out, I was like, oh yeah, okay.
Well, if you watched it, they went to commercial, and then Shanna got the over. And it's like, well, clearly she's like, just to put over, like, what was it?
Hikaru Shida.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, I was just like, okay, two people I wasn't that familiar with and whatever. And then Best Friends beat the three jobbers. That's kind of where the show lost me a little bit. And then the Rock and Roll Express came out, and Santana Ortiz attacked them, and the Bucks chased them off. It was like, yeah, all right.
Well, that's just good storytelling. They're building something for that. One, they're building the Bucks against Ortiz and Santana, and plus Ortiz and Santana, they're kind of teasing like, hey, we're next in line for the tag team titles.
And the contract signing I didn't think was great.
I thought it was pretty good. Like,
it was all right.
They built to it as well. Like, they had the whole thing with Shivani and Cody, like, going to it, and then finally they showed up and everything. I liked it. I thought it was just a great way to build it.
It was different.
Yeah.
It was different. But who was that lady in the middle? Who was that lady looking through the papers? What was going on there?
Apparently that was like a legit lawyer that they hired for the show.
What?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
I don't know. It wasn't like a great promo.
I thought Jericho was fantastic. Jericho had the fans eating out of the palm of his hands, and he wasn't even saying anything barely.
Well, that's it. He didn't say much.
But he didn't have to. Like, it was so good.
He called them West Virginia hillbillies, and then that was it.
Entitled millennials.
Yeah, well, he's using that against Cody, right? It's one of his lines.
It's good. Great heel.
It was all right. But it wasn't the best episode ever of AEW Dynamite,
There was another good match. Kenny and the Bucks.
Yeah, that match was really good. The against TH2 and Kip Sabian.
Man, like, Jack Evans is very underrated.
Yeah, Jack Evans is great.
Like, it's kind of a shame that he's kind of lost in a tag team because
I'd like to see him wrestle Kenny Omega one-on-one.
He was supposed to, but they changed it to him against Janela for Dynamite.
Yeah, that's too bad. Maybe next week we do Kenny and Jack Evans one-on-one.
It'd be nice. I mean,
let's do that, AEW. Come on, why not?
You do have the pay-per-view like next week as well, so.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Is it next week?
Yeah,
it is next week. Yeah, you're right. It's next. Oh, I guess So next week's TV on the 6th of November is the last AEW TV show before Full Gear. Wow.
And as far as I know, we only have 4 matches announced for this pay-per-view.
Really?
Well, if you looked at the last show, they announced Pac against Hangman Page.
Yeah.
You had the world title main event.
Yeah.
You have the Bucks against Ortiz Santana.
Yeah.
And Moxley against Kenny, which is now a lights out match.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah, you're right. I'm looking at it right here. It's only a 4-match card, and we're a week and a half away, or a week away, I guess, right? Next Saturday.
Now, I guess like Rio's match is kind of set, right? Like because Shinata won, right? So she's gonna face her, I guess, right?
Hikaru Shida won, so she gets to face Riho?
That's what I thought they were building towards. No,
I don't know.
I mean, who else?
That wasn't clear to me.
I thought because of that, and then she'll win this week, and she'll get a title shot because of that.
What's the deal with Evil Brandy?
I have no idea. That probably made no sense to me.
It was weird,
Well,
right?
Awesome Kong too. Like I don't get it.
What was that?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. AEW this week, it was kind of like, what?
Well, it wasn't a bad thing though.
It wasn't bad, but I was kind of like a bit more confused than I normally am watching the show. I was like, what is going on here? What is this show? It was all right, but it wasn't my favorite.
Well, I look at everything else. I mean, how was it not your favorite?
Well, it was probably my favorite wrestling show of the week.
Okay.
But still, I didn't think wrestling as a whole was that good this week.
I thought
I thought your match was my favorite. Your match was my favorite match of the week. You and Drew Onyx.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, even though I lost.
Yeah, you didn't win, but that's okay, John. It's not your fault. You know?
Yeah, it happened.
You don't
right?
make those decisions, right? These things happen in wrestling.
But you enjoyed it, right? That's the important part.
Of course.
You thought it was hard-hitting, I guess?
Yeah, it was very hard-hitting. A violent match. Drew Onyx really put it to you.
Well, you and AJ say that, but I find it was very back and forth. Like, I wasn't like one-sided. Like, I think AJ kind of implied on Ringside Report, like saying I got my ass kicked. And like, maybe I did get my ass kicked, but it's not like it was one-sided beatdown.
No, it wasn't one-sided beatdown whatsoever. It was, it was a back-and-forth match. You gave it to Drew Onyx as well. It was a leather strap match, right? It was a very cool match. It was a lot of fun to watch. You hit each other very hard, you know?
Very hard, yeah.
When you suplexed him, that was pretty nuts.
Yeah, that was
You got a
crazy.
holy S chant
Yeah.
from the crowd.
There was a couple of "This is awesome" chants. I forget where, but they're scattered, I think, throughout the match.
Pretty great match, John. It was awesome. And you could watch the match on YouTube right now, which is pretty cool.
Well, it's on the Torture Chambers YouTube account.
The
but yeah.
Torture Chambers YouTube account. Search for it. Did you tweet it out, John?
I haven't tweeted it out yet. I haven't even watched the match yet.
You haven't tweeted it out.
No.
Well, when he does, you can catch him at North Genesis. You can catch me at Dave Simon MMA. And I tell you what, I will tweet it out right now. Well, I'll tweet it out later.
Well, it's fine as long as you make it extravagant tweet. It's better that way.
Yeah, I got to think about what I'm going to write here. I can't do that as I'm on YouTube, but I'll tweet it out. You'll tweet it out at Dave Simon MMA, at North Genesis. And, yeah, it was a fantastic match, John. We had a great time. We sat ringside. We had our own little Ringside Report section. And we had our man, DJ Derek John.
That was cool. It was awesome
He was there, and he sat in the Ringside Report section there with us. So if you go to some of these shows to go see Johnny North, you get to hang out with me and AJ from Ringside Report and watch Johnny North wrestle. Like, you know, it's a full-on Ringside Report, Wrestling Uncensored, Dave and Johnny Live fan experience.
Hopefully December 14th we'll do it all again in Anjou. Same place, too.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool. I won't be in the title match, unfortunately, because that was my third match in a row losing the British Commonwealth Championship match. So you know what that means when you lose 3 in a row in the title match. It's kind of, that's it. You're done.
Is that it?
Well, come on. 3 times for the title, and I lost.
What does this mean? Well, what's next then?
Well, we'll find out what happens next. What happens next is November 17th. I have a tag match, right?
You and who's that guy with
Bjork.
you? Bjork?
Yeah. We're teaming against...
And who's his manager?
Who is his manager? It's a good question. I forget her name.
Does she have a name?
She has a name. I forget, though.
Oh, he's got a manager.
And we're against Onyx, the new British Commonwealth champion, and Suicide Jesus,
Suicide Jesus.
the Cruiserweight champion.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, toss him around.
possibly. I mean, he did come in with a barbed wire baseball bat, so
Yeah, what's that about?
he likes to be violent, so
Are you going to hit him with a barbed wire baseball bat?
we'll see what happens.
Is this a no DQ tag match?
As of right now, it's not, but we'll see what happens.
So what's with the gimmick?
Well, in that situation, it was it not? The match was 0-1.
Yeah.
The match was also, had no rules to it, so
That's right.
except for how to win the match. There was no disqualifications.
So are you happy with how the match went?
For the most part, I mean, I didn't win, obviously, so that's kind of disappointing, but I really felt I gave it everything I had that match, and I was very impressed that Drew was able to bring it back to me as well. Like, wow, his striking is phenomenal. Like, really blew me away. I was very surprised about how good he was. I underestimated how good he is, actually, I think. Man, those liver punches.
Yeah.
They were devastating. Like, that really shuts you down when you get hit in the liver, like, so hard that it's hard to just move. Like, even just lifting my arms afterward, it was tough. Because it destroys your core when you get hit in the liver.
So he's really punching you hard.
Oh, well, you heard him. You saw them. Like, the punch,
Yeah.
just punching me in the liver. And then there's the chopping me in the liver. And then there's whipping me in the liver. So that was rough.
How's your liver?
It's better now, but before it was like my whole body just like almost shut down. It was just. I showed you afterwards too. It was like my elbow, like it was all numb before. It was.
Yeah.
I think I hit a nerve or something. So it was a very rough match. Like when we're constricted in that like strap, it really like tears away on your joints a bit, and it's rough. It's not a very forgiving match.
Yeah. It's one of the rougher matches in wrestling.
You don't see that much anymore, which
No.
is very surprising.
Yeah, I like that you guys brought back the Indian strap match. I don't even know if it's politically correct to say Indian strap match.
I think it was okay when Chief Jay Strongbow did it. So
Okay. But yeah, it's a very violent match historically, right? And you guys brought the violence. It was a lot of fun. We had a good time. It's always fun to watch Johnny North wrestle. Go watch him wrestle the next time he's doing it. When's the next time you're doing it?
Well, November 17th is the tag match, and then December 14th we'll be back in Anjou, same place, the ball hockey arena. So besides my match, what do you think of the rest of the show? You watched the rest of the show. I think you guys got there. Saw the rest of the matches.
Yeah. I mean, you were the main event, right? So we're waiting for you.
Obviously, we were the match you were looking forward to the most, but what do you think of the rest of the show that you saw?
Yeah, good show, man. Good show.
I think you opened with Suicide Jesus, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Suicide Jesus is always fun. They had, I think it was a tag team. Who's the guy? The Kevin, what's his name?
Kevin Bryan?
Yeah, and his tag team partner?
Frankie Villano?
Yeah, I like those guys. Those guys are good.
They're very good.
Frankie Villano?
Yeah.
He's good.
He's very good.
Not a big guy, but he can move.
He's very athletic, deceivingly athletic.
Yeah. It's really it's surprising when you see him do some of the stuff. He does a really nice lion salt every time I see him wrestle. He does that. It's really nice,
Right.
Very impressive. I like that guy. He's fun to watch. So I like those guys. I like both of those guys. Great gimmick, great characters, as well as solid wrestlers. Suicide Jesus I like. He's fun to watch. I like Savage Paulson, although he's Steven Paulson now.
It's kind of a both.
Savage
Steven Paulson, yeah.
I like him and his tag team partner there, Mustafa.
The Night Train Express.
The Night Train Express. I like those guys. They're fun. They're a fun team. They're nice and coordinated with their nice gear and stuff,
Well, Well, that's why
They look good.
That's why they're the champs.
They're the champions, right? They're great. Of course, the evil, dastardly Flo Riley was there. Fantastic performer.
What do you think of the women's match?
I thought it was good. I thought it was fun. You know, Flo Riley's very good in her gimmick.
Okay,
And the other lady, I don't know her name, but she was good too.
Eve.
Yeah, she was good babyface. You know, the crowd liked her. She got the support of the crowd very well.
Cool.
That was good. Well done. Well done.
What did you think of the triple threat match?
What was that again?
It was Dom Boulanger against Jake Matthews against my tag partner, Bjork.
Oh, yeah. I like that one a lot. I like Jake Matthews. That guy's got a hell of a look.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Hell of a look.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. He was good. Dom Boulanger is always fantastic. You know, the Dominator. I was surprised he didn't win. I was surprised that Dom Boulanger didn't win the match because, you know, he comes in, he seems like the star. He's got a lot of fans there in the crowd, and I know him. He was a former champion, right? You've wrestled him in main events, right? I've seen him wrestle you in the main event, so I see him. And I don't know the other guys that well as I know Dom Boulanger, so I figured Dom was going to win, and then he didn't win. I was surprised. I thought the match was good, and it was a surprising finish.
I don't know if they announced that was a number one contenders match, but that was a number one contenders match. So,
which doesn't make sense because that Bjork guy won, and Drew won his match.
Right.
So that's what they're setting up, right?
December 14th.
That's what Drew is setting up there. Yeah, I guess it makes sense in retrospect. But at the time, I was like, oh, yeah? Really?
Well, I think to not give it away, they didn't announce it as a number one contenders match. So.
Well, it was fun. AJ liked it.
That's good.
AJ's always fun at the wrestling shows, always having a good time.
He said he was going to dress up. I didn't see him dress up. Oh, yeah, there we go. AJ's all over the chat, it seems.
Oh, boy. AJ's here. Let's see here. Let's see what we can do. You want to get AJ? AJ says Night Train rocks. He says Frankie rocks. Paulson rocks. Okay, let's see here. AJ. I want a rematch with Drew. He cheated.
How did he cheat exactly, though?
I'm not sure. I sure he had metal hidden in the strap.
Okay.
He nerves me out.
All right. Interesting.
And Ben Deuce wants to know where the bubbly at. A little bit of the bubbly. I would drink some bubbly. I was going to celebrate with a little bit of the bubbly had you won the championship.
But I did not.
But you did not, despite the fact that AJ says Johnny won.
I guess I won in his heart, I guess.
And Mango Gaming says, hey, yo. Johnny, say, hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Someone asked what the attendance was. I think it was a little over 200. They sold out. They had to get extra seats, actually. So that's pretty good. First time there.
200. That's not bad.
I think it was a little over 200. So
wow.
Yeah.
Nice. It was good, man. Good attendance, good vibe. You know, good show. It's a lot of fun.
Well, I wonder what the vibe was going to be because it's like it seemed like there was a lot of kids there, and it's like, well, we're going to put on a violent match for you. So I wonder how a lot of people felt about that, but you got it anyways, and people reacted to it. So
yeah, well, it's pro wrestling, right? They're there to see some violence.
Yeah, I guess they got it. I guess people love violence, so that's good.
AJ says Johnny won the crowd.
Did I? I feel like, I had you guys in my corner. I feel like
yeah. We were big time in your corner. Drew Onyx was talking smack to me during the match.
Insulting your mom, yeah.
Oh, well, yeah. So Drew Onyx at one point, he comes over to us before the match even starts, and he starts yelling at us. You can see it on the video.
It's on YouTube, yeah.
It's on YouTube. He's like, oh, it's going to be a long night for you guys, a long night. And he's yelling at me and AJ and Derek John, who was with us,
right.
You know? So he was yelling at us, and then at one point you crotch him with the leather strap.
Right.
And I yell out to him, hey, how's your balls, Drew? And then he yelled back out to me, how's your mother? And I said, well, she's fine. She's totally fine. Drew Onyx, thanks for asking.
I feel like you said like she's a nice lady. Like don't bring her into this.
Yeah, don't bring her into this, Drew Onyx, or me and AJ will jump in the ring and lay a smackdown.
It's good. It's good you guys get involved. It's fun.
Yeah, so we're involved. We're definitely in your corner. We're Team Johnny. We're ringside. If anything goes down, we're ready to have your back. If anything weird happens, John, you know,
I appreciate that.
you give us the signal and we're in there, no problem, with jiu-jitsu and not pro wrestling. So it'll be a whole different type of thing.
Okay, that's good. Well, you saw though. I mean, I guess other sports do win, right? Because Tyson Fury won over a wrestler. So.
Oh, of course. Tyson Fury is way better than all pro wrestlers. Tyson Fury is the best wrestler in the game. He should beat Brock Lesnar. He should be #1 contender for Brock Lesnar.
I could see him wrestle Brock. Actually, I could see that next Saudi Arabia event.
Yeah. So.
Fun match that was. We'll get into that, of course.
My mom's on the chat. She's pissed.
Is she upset? Like, why? What happened?
She's mad.
She's mad.
Well, because Drew Onyx was talking smack.
I think it was all in good fun. Don't worry.
Don't worry. It's all jokes. Don't worry about it. But, you know, you can't be talking smack. You get in trouble, all right? You don't want my mom after you. She'll kill you.
I guess she doesn't know Drew, I guess.
No. Drew Onyx better shut his mouth or Johnny North will come after him, too. Johnny North, AJ, the whole team.
Well, I will say this. After doing that strap match, I never wanted to really do that match ever again. Not that I didn't enjoy it, but it was so painful of an experience that you only do that once, and that's it.
Next time we see him, though, let's put him through a table.
Right now, I kind of don't want to see anybody. I'm glad I don't have to wrestle this weekend or the weekend after. I get to take some time to relax and, like, recuperate because I kind of need that at this point. I am totally just beat up still.
Okay, we'll put him through a table on November 14th.
17th.
Whatever. Put him through a table. Drew goes through a table. Come on.
I'll try.
Yeah, double tables like Seth Rollins.
But remember, he kind of, I don't know if you saw the photo, like he snapped the fingers like Thanos.
What?
Like he posted this photo about how like he's Thanos, right? His T-shirt. This is a Marvel movie kind of thing. Like
I don't know what he's
superhero
talking
thing.
about. Hey, Drew, get out of the superheroes. Get back into real life.
But anyways, I'm out of the.
Keep your hands up.
I'm out of contendership here because again, three matches now, and I'm kind of like I don't even know if I'm ranked anymore for the title anymore.
Yeah, well, you're #1 in our hearts.
I appreciate that, but you know, you got to hope my partner takes the championship from December 14th instead.
AJ says, not to worry. He's calling a war with Drew, and he stole his poster at the show. AJ stole a big poster for the show.
Unbelievable. Not
Yeah,
surprised.
and you know what? We're talking about it on the show, and AJ's talking about it on the chat because he's not worried about it, all right? We're going to steal from you, Drew Onyx, and then tell you about it. What are you going to do?
Not much at this point.
That's right. Stolen poster. AJ stole the poster.
It's a good souvenir.
I can't believe he did that, too. He's, like, running out to his car. I see him. I'm like, what are you doing, AJ? He's like, I got the poster. Crazy guy.
It's okay. I did the same thing too.
You stole a poster, too?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like it's a big thing. It covers like a good section of the wall, like pretty much where your TV is right here.
Yeah,
like,
it's cool. It's like a big poster, and you're on it. It's like a big poster of
Yeah.
you. It's sweet.
well, I love the titles in the background and everything. Like it looks fantastic.
Looks great. You should frame that.
Maybe.
How many posters are you on that look that good? It was a nice poster.
There's actually been quite because I was champion, so I actually had a bit of a run for a year practically, right? So there's actually quite a few good posters actually. So
We should get some and frame them, John.
this last one was really good, probably the best one.
We should
so.
decorate the studio with just posters of Johnny North kicking ass.
People love the drapes. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but why not? A little change one day, you know?
I do like more of me. More of me is always good.
More Johnny all the time. All right, if you want more Johnny, you can watch Wrestling Uncensored. We're going to talk about everything that happened at Crown Jewel, everything WWE. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, like the video, and when you subscribe, click the bell so you get notifications every time that we're on. Wrestling Uncensored will drop tomorrow morning here on the channel, as it does every Saturday morning. And we've got a lot going on for Wrestling Uncensored this week, right? I mean, we'll recap AEW Dynamite a little bit more. We'll talk about Crown Jewel, what it means for Bray Wyatt winning the championship.
What does it mean? I have
What
no idea
does
what
it mean?
means.
We'll try and figure it out on Wrestling Uncensored. So watch that tomorrow on the channel. And also tomorrow night on the channel, we'll be doing a live watch-along for UFC 244. We're going to be playing poker. I'll be here. AJ's going to be here. Fred's going to be here. My brother's going to be here. Paul's going to be here. Fred's brother, Paul. Are you going to be here?
I will not be here
Why not?
because I'll be sleeping.
Well, you're invited.
I appreciate that, but I'm just sleeping now.
Come on, man. You don't want to play poker?
I like to just take it easy right now and recover.
All right, well, Johnny's in recovery mode, so he won't be here, but the whole team, the rest of the team will be here. The whole Ringside Report crew and then some will be here tomorrow watching UFC 44, a live watch-along, at the same time as UFC 244 is going on. So watch us, watch the pay-per-view, Nate Diaz, George Masvidal in the main event. It's going to be a hell of a UFC pay-per-view.
Yeah, The Rock. That's awesome. It's cool.
The Rock's going to be there. AJ says little Noah wants to meet Johnny North.
Cool.
Should we explain to everybody who Little Noah is?
Who is Lil Noah? I don't
Well, I
even know.
will leave him out of it because, but you don't know who that is?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's AJ's,
His thing?
Well, no, it's, I'll tell you later. Show's over. I'll tell you after the show.
Okay.
We can't reveal any personal details about AJ and his life. All right? I'll tell you later.
I guess AJ's mad at you now.
AJ's got big news coming up, right?
Okay.
Big news. He's been teasing it, but he hasn't revealed it completely.
I think Fred kind of gave it away, didn't
Fred gives it away and drops a lot of hints, but we haven't fully gone there. We'll go there soon on Ringside Report. Big personal news for AJ coming up.
he? Not for his stalkers, though.
All right, we got to end it on that. See, you take it to a different place, all right? We love you, AJ. We love you all. This has been Dave and Johnny Live. We'll be back. He says Johnny's going to pick you up. When?
I have
Tomorrow.
no idea what
Tomorrow, he's saying.
Why?
And he'll drop you off
Why?
to come for the UFC.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. I appreciate that, though.
He's going to give you door-to-door service. He's going to pick you up from your home, drive you here so we can do the UFC thing, and then he's going to drive you back home when it's all over. You're not taking that? You're staying home.
I appreciate that, but I'm good. Thank you.
Wow. That's what you do on a Saturday night? You go to sleep? You don't watch the UFC? It's one of the biggest UFCs of the year.
You haven't seen all the bruises over my body, so,
All right. I tried to get Johnny on the show tomorrow. It didn't work. All right? We tried.
you did, and you
People
failed.
are going to ask tomorrow night when we're on the show, where's Johnny? Where's Johnny?
You should
Johnny's sleeping.
plug my Twitter and plug my Instagram
Yeah, whatever.
and tell them to follow that.
Whatever. Watch Wrestling Uncensored tomorrow. We'll check you again live tomorrow night for UFC 244. Watch along 10 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going to be a lot of fun. Shout out to Wally. We love you, Wally. Where's Wally? Haven't heard from Wally in a while.
I think he was doing a Halloween costume kind of thing.
Yeah, he
on.
looked cool. I saw his Halloween costume. Looked good.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ben Deuce and Mango Gaming and Danny Bruck and everybody else on the chat.
Your
and
mom.
Everybody watching. My mom. I love you. And everybody else,
Hi, Dave's mom.